Hi, this is Clare jewelry designer and gemologist from the MoonTree boutique. Today I'm just doing a quick little impromptu sneak peek behind the scenes of my jewelry studio, where I do the soldering and also where I do the beading. Just because it's kind of tidy in there and I wanted to immortalize the fact that it's not a total mess. And just give you a little insight into this bohemian artsy fartsy wonderland that I have cultivated, full of gemstones and dreams. So come check it out. Hello internets. In celebration of the fact that my studio is like reasonably clean, I thought I would just do like a quick behind the scenes of my jewelry studio. This is one of two of my studios. This is where I do all the beadwork and photograph and list everything for the website. My computer is in here, etc. As you can see, I have quite a lot of inventory at the moment. Each piece is handmade and one of a kind. Nothing is mass produced. And another one of my little signatures is that I only use natural gemstones, so no dyed or synthetic stones. Get these beautiful rings. But as you can see, there is just jewelry everywhere and I love it. It makes me so happy to walk in here and just be like, wow, I can't believe I get to do this with my life and just like follow my passion and my calling and be creative and make things with my hands. So this is some supplies, and over here the organization just ceases to matter. This is my bench where I do a lot of the assembly, where I take all of the pieces that I've created and clean them and polish them and actually make them into finished items. I like to keep all my bits and bobs in tackle boxes. I find that very helpful. This is my little listing command center. It's actually a closet that I took the doors off of and put a little table in there with my computer. So that's where I do all my Etsy stuff. And yeah, more storage and everything. It's a cool painting by my husband. Lots of art in here. So yeah, this is my beading studio, and maybe I'll do a little video also of my soldering studio, which is across the way, and that's where I do all this stuff with the torch and the molten metal, etc. Also, I have a wonderful view of my garden out the window where my hubby plants lots of flowers for me to look at while I'm working, which is just amazing. So here we go, from the chaos of components to the fastidious beauty of the completed pieces. So thank you for watching this little day in the life behind the scenes beading studio video. Okay, so this is my other studio. This is my soldering studio, where I have my whole rig and setup to actually do the soldering and make the jewelry. As you can see, I've created this whole elaborate ventilation system, which is really important when you're working with these toxic chemicals. PPE is super high on my list. You can see my rubber gloves, my eye protection, etc. So that's what where the actual soldering happens. You can see my plethora of pliers and solder and my soldering iron and so forth. Over here, this is my little lighted box where I do some of the indoor photography for the Etsy shop. As you can see, there's some tanzanite in there and other things waiting. More just rock storage, knickknacks, artwork, little kicking it daybed. Yeah, so this is my soldering studio, and I spend a crazy amount of time in here listening to history podcasts and making art. And if anyone has any questions about like the specific products I use or how I created the vent hood or anything like that, just leave them in the comments and I will answer them. Thank you for joining me on that little studio tour, and I better get back to work now. But if you liked the video, please subscribe to the YouTube channel and give it a share, give it a like. I really appreciate your support and your interest in what I'm doing. You can shop the finished natural gemstone jewelry pieces on my Etsy shop. I will include the link in the description below. And there's lots of cool new videos coming, as well as a series called Ask a Gemologist, where I talk about the history and science, folklore of different gemstones throughout time. There's also soldering tutorials and lots of good stuff, so check it out. Thank you so much.